Hi everyone, my name is Lydia. I'm 11 years old. My favorite color is pink, and I'm a cheerleader. I was hurt by someone I loved and trusted, my uncle. He made me do things I didn't want to do at all.
Child abuse can happen to anyone. It happens in children and families from all walks of life, from all socioeconomic classes, from all races, from all parts of town.
I finally decided I just couldn't take it anymore. I didn't want to go another minute with this secret. With my fingers crossed, I told my mom. I was so scared that she would be mad and blame me and say it was my fault. Instead, she was happy that I told her. She was really upset that this has happened to me, and she was so mad at my uncle. She called the police right away, and they made an appointment for us the next morning at the Carousel Center.
When a child's experienced trauma, it's already scary enough to have your family disrupted, the chaos of an investigation, and also experiencing the abuse just in and of itself.
Imagine a child who has been sexually abused, and imagine them having to talk to their friend, then tell their teacher, then tell the cop that comes out to the school, then have to tell the social worker, then have to be interviewed by a detective, then be taken to the emergency room. Think about how awful that would be to have to relive the worst possible thing that happened to you and tell 15 different strange adults how someone that you love or someone that you know has sexually abused you. And so what the Carousel Center does, it eliminates all of that trauma, it eliminates all of that heartache for this kid. So all they have to do is go to one place.
So here we've created a space that is friendly and welcoming, but also meets the investigative needs for law enforcement and Department of Social Services.
Carousel Center is like my one-stop shop for my families. There's a team involved.
I focus on the criminal portion of the situation, whereas the Carousel Center focuses on the therapy and the well-being of the child.
Next, I saw the nurse. She asked me some questions and did a medical exam to make sure my body was safe and healthy. I was scared about the exam and I didn't know what to expect, but the nurse said that the sharpest thing she had in her office was a Q-tip. She gave me a fun t-shirt to wear and a comfy soft blanket made special for me.
My piece is the medical piece, and when I do the medical exam, I talk to a child at their level. I use the words they use, I make them feel comfortable.
We specialize here in trauma and being able to create an experience where children are safe and feel good about coming to therapy while also simultaneously working through really, really hard issues.
I also met Bucky, who I was going to come back and see every week to help me deal with my bad dreams and memories that kept popping up every time I didn't want them to.
This is a hugely taxing process on children, but also on parents. And so when they're able to come in and sit down with me for therapy appointments and learn that the next 3 months of therapy will be at no cost to them, the relief is palpable. The support that's provided by this center is being given to them by the community.
We are dependent on the community to provide funds for us. We have approximately an $800,000 budget. It requires $125,000 to $200,000 that we must raise each and every year as opposed to grants. But we have to ask the community to be sold on our mission and help us to be able to carry out that mission. We're the only organization in the three-county area that does what we do.
I just cannot implore people enough that if they really realized how many cases of child abuse and neglect are reported on a daily basis and how many we see here at the Carousel Center that never ever make it to the news, that you never hear about, you would see it as the problem that it really is.
I may be one of the first people that this child has ever told. So how could I not feel 100% obligated to then take that information and do that child all the justice that needs to be done?
I think there has to come a time where our community looks at children as our greatest resource.
I used to think that I was the one who did something wrong, but now I understand that I did something right and he did something very wrong. I want kids to know that you don't have to be afraid to tell someone if you're being sexually abused. Tell until someone listens and don't stop.
In order for me and in order for my office to put the bad guy in jail, I can't do my job without the Carousel Center working properly.
I know that people have to make their decisions about where they're going to invest their money, and that sometimes investing your money in child abuse isn't fancy and it's not glamorous. But I can't imagine that there's a better place to invest than in the future of our community and of our children.